Gyro Pool Nelson, or Gyro as I've always said my whole life, is closed all summer 2022. This is Marcel with IrnieracingNews, guys. I just asked some local community people, but why is this pool not operation? It's freaking summer. It should be operational. And you know what she said is because they can't get any lifeguards. They cannot hire people to be lifeguards. Now this brings you back to, well, why is that the case? What's going on in the world? Well, there's a couple things. There's bullshit 19, instigated by the Trudeau government. So either the city has rules, like the city of Kelowna, or Bazran mayor, how he created segregation, created hate, forced the city of Kelowna employees to have experiments. And so then a lot of people can't work and they lose their jobs. They have to give up their job for their health. And so that would be one possibility in Nelson, is people don't want to get the experiment. And so they have no workers. Number two is these kids who they'd hire for lifeguards. Typically, they don't want to work because they're suckling on the government teat already. Essentially, it's communism, where the government feeds you everything, you rely on the government, and then the government creates control over you. By removing the milk of the teat, then you do whatever they obey to get back on it. And so they can't get workers because bullshit 19, they can't get workers because the pay is not good enough. Nobody wants to work. Everybody just wants to be lazy, maybe. Yeah, unbelievable. This beautiful pool just empty. And there's another pool back there. There's a couple of them, and this is just over Nelson. So good job, Trudeau, communist government. Canadians, young Canadians don't want to work. They don't know anything about what's going on in the real world because you feed them fake information, fake news. Trudeau, fake news, he owns the media, guys. Independent media like me, we get shut down, we get censored, we get shadow banned, we get our channels deleted, we get the government attacking us, just like Rebel News gets no funding from the government and is attacked by the Trudeau government. And then you have Castanet Global doing smear pieces on me and James Top, etc. Just funneling this narrative of emissions and the globalist narrative. So this is one perfect example, guys. A pool in a city that should be operational, and it just sits here not being used. And this is going to spread everywhere across Canada. There's probably tons of other cities. We can't get anybody to work. We can't afford food in the grocery store. I was just in the grocery store. It was so freaking expensive in the Nelson Save-On. Absolutely ridiculous. Like a bell pepper, $6. Like, I used to make $8 an hour when I first worked for somebody when I was, 2004 or whatever. And like now it's almost an hour's wage after taxes to buy a pepper. So our country is not doing very well. We're turning into a banana republic. And anyways, that's all I got to say right now. Marcel Irnie, Racing News. Nelson pool. Nobody to work it, no employees, pool shut down. Cities are useless under this communist government, Trudeau, liberal control, extreme leftists that call everyone else the enemy when we just want to discuss things.